What scares you the most? What scares you the most? No, it's just one of the questions that I ask myself often. What scares me the most? To be honest with you, I'm scared of a lot of things. To concepts, cultures, beliefs, traditions, and a lot of animals, living beings, and it basically boils down to one living organism or species. It all boils down to people, humans. Humans scare me the most, basically. I know it sounds ridiculous, I know it sounds goofy in some way, but they do. They actually do scare me a lot, actually. And I know it's pretty uncommon to be scared of people in general, but when you think about it, like on the surface level, of course, it's goofy. It's funny in a way to be scared of people in general. But if we dive deeper, if we analyze it more on how people can contribute to our fears, and it's not that fun. It's not that funny anymore when you think about it. Because here's the thing. I personally believe and I religiously believe that people are incapable of truly realizing, truly realizing how much of a threat we are on ourselves, on the world that we live in, on the world that we call our own. We don't realize how dangerous we are to ourselves. You may ask, what do you mean by that? How are we dangerous to ourselves? How are we dangerous to the world that we live in? Because if you just look at where we are now, if you just look at what our status now, how we are living life compared to people before us thousands of years ago, I know we're living quite comfortably compared to them. Yes, we did advance scientifically and technologically, that help us in our day-to-day life, in our tasks. It makes us live comfortably. Basically, technology is doing the hard lifting for us on the tasks that we usually do. Yes, we can look at it that way in a positive light and see like, wow, we really have come far compared to people before us, on how we advance on our technologies, on how we advance scientifically when it comes to the knowledge that we have now about the world we live in, the universe we live in, even the galaxy we are in now. And it's quite fascinating to think about. Yes, we can look at it that way, but also remember that they also develop technology that can kill people and that killed people, a lot of people. We're talking about weapons, talking about basically weapons, you know, is a general term that encapsulates everything that harms people regarding technology. We have guns, we have tanks, we have airplanes, we have, especially the big one, we have missiles, nuclear one. And one of the famous example would be the bombing the bombings that they did in Japan, in Nagasaki, right? Because if you think about it on a surface level, it's so like it's fascinating and outstanding how this great minds came together to develop something incredible, something new. But the way that they use this new thing, um this some new thing that they discovered, something that they develop, is horrendous. It's sickening because they killed thousands of people, innocent people, you know. I don't know where this is going, but I'm just my point is people are amazing, people are beautiful creatures, but at the same time, people are scary and vicious creatures that can and will harm people too. Like there are a lot of people in the world that are not scared to step on other people to be in a better place compared to them. They're not scared to harm and kill people for their own sake, for their own good, for their own satisfaction. We have killers, we have politicians. I don't know, man. It's just terrifying. It's scary. And I believe that terrifying is an understatement. I don't know. So scared to think about. Let's look at it this way. We, humans, as humans, we are so capable of so amazing things that are boundless, boundless things. We have so many great minds out there, but they're also sometimes the reason why people suffer. Okay, for example, I don't want to be too controversial about it. I don't want to stir up a lot of controversial topics, but in politics, a lot of people, when it comes, for example, in a country, a lot of people will believe someone should be in a position where they can exercise the knowledge, the power that they have to help other people, right? For example, we have in different departments of government, we have experts in those fields, experts on what they do, knowledgeable on what they do. So that's why people put them there, to do a certain job that they're an expert on, that they can help people on. But as we see our government now, I'm not talking in any specific country, but in any country, there's no such thing as an uncorrupt government. Every research that I did about governments in a country are corrupt in some way. We hear a lot of good things about some countries, about their government, but if you do a little bit of digging about certain governments there's no such thing as perfect government. Yes, of course, but they hide a lot of dirt that, of course, they don't want people to know about. It's just when you think about it that way, you just go in this kind of rabbit hole wherein you look into how people handle funds, how people handle their citizens, how people handle voting, how people in the government like handing out power and authority to specific people that are not even competent or even knowledgeable about the job that they're supposed to do, and who suffers? Basically, citizens, the people. I don't know, man. It's a complicated topic when we go through. If we go to that route, that's why I'm not gonna dive deeper into that one. So basically, this video is about me talking about my fear of people, basically. Don't get me wrong, I admire a lot of people as well. And I know pretty much, and I'm quite aware that people are capable of great things. There are a lot of philanthropists out there who genuinely do good for people, who genuinely want to help people thrive. There are also good people out there, of course. I'm not dismissing those people. It's just that they get so unnoticed, they go unnoticed because they get buried by this people, these bad things that are constantly happening around them, around us, that we forget that sometimes there are also good people out there. And you, as someone who lives in this world, we should be, or at least we should try to be one of those people who do good, who contribute, who try to contribute to the general good, or having the general citizens in mind, just simple acts of kindness. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh God. And I just get lost sometimes in thought. That's why I do these videos. No, I do these videos not to get views, not to get fame or anything like that. I just treat it like an outlet, when I think about this kind of things and have it documented, so I can look back on things, whether I change my mind on other things, whether I change my views or perspectives about certain things. It's just basically it's for me what I'm doing. And the reason why I did this, or I'm doing this, is because there was this one night where I was like pondering, I was like celebrating that what if people like me, what if there are people like me out there who are also thinking the things I'm thinking about, or like in some aspects that they might find these videos helpful in a way, and for them to think that they're not the only one thinking about these things. I don't know. And when I think about it more, like in a deeper manner, to where it all comes from, why are people like this? Why do people treat other people like that? Why are people so willingly hurting other people, but they're not even hesitating to do that? And the first thing that came to my mind was, it's like it's part of our nature as human beings to not be satisfied, to always wanting more, to always want more, to always strive for more, you know, to not be satisfied with what we have. It's like a part of our nature wherein we always desire like something that we don't have, something better something better than what we have currently, like that, you know. It's like we can't discern now what progress is. Like, it's the feeling of wanting more, wanting what other people have that you don't have. So you sacrifice your own self, your own morality, your own belief sometimes to get to what they have and to be there, to be where they are. For example, let's talk about something specific. Let's talk about money. For a long time, when I was younger, I thought that when you have the money, like as in the money, you will be happy. You won't have any more problems. And as I age, as I interacted more with people with the money, I noticed that they experience and get more problem, but of course they can deal with it most of the time with money. For example, someone got sick, someone needed help, you can always resolve that using money with those nature of problems, of course. But I get this feeling that whenever I observe them, it's so hollow, they become so hollow that their motivation only revolves around money. It's scary. It's very scary to think about. And that's when I realized that you don't, or you shouldn't do what you do because of money. I mean, admittedly, yes, we need money to survive in this world, to buy the basic necessities for us to live, basically. Yes, we need that. But if we make it like our vital or our priority, our main goal for doing something, for pursuing a career, once you get there, you're always gonna want more. There's no stopping. There's no stopping once you face that kind of feeling of, yes, I'm finally here, but I want more. That's where you will be stuck in this endless loop of wanting more and more, where you get to a point where you lose sight of the people around you, where you lose sight of yourself. You lose yourself along that path. Or at least that's what I believe, based on my observation, based on what I've read online as well, based on what I see, and basically what I believe in. And that's just me. Of course, that doesn't mean that I'm correct. Maybe I'm saying this because I don't have that kind of money. maybe I'm just saying this because I don't have that kind of the money. That's very possible as well. But I genuinely think that even if I get that kind of money, I won't change how I see things about that or regarding that kind of topic manner. But what topic are we talking about again? Yeah, fear. What are you most scared about? Yeah, I hope I answered that question. Oh god. Yeah. People. I'm scared of what people are capable of, and I'm also fascinated of what people are capable of. It's a paradox, no? It's so ironic in a way as well. Oh god. And if you see this video, I want you to question or ask yourself, what am I what what is something that I'm most scared of? You know, if you answered if you get if you answer it in a way that you can conquer that certain fear, at least now you're aware that that kind of fear is, you know, conquerable. Is that a word? Hope so. Um, you, because here's the thing. Once you realize you have a fear of something, and like as in anything, you basically have this thought that I don't want to experience this. I don't want to go through that fear. Right? That's one of our defense mechanisms when it comes to our fears. But if it's something that you can conquer, if it's something that you can overcome, why not do it, right? Because if we just live our life having that fear, that we know that there's a way to conquer it, it's gonna turn into a regret, no? I don't know, man. Okay, basically, the point of this video is just because you're scared of something doesn't mean it doesn't have a good side or a good effect to you as a person in general, to people around you as well. So, if it's something that you can conquer, if it's something that you can overcome, if it's something that you can do something about it, try it. We just have to try it. We, as people, have to try it. Because we only live once. And we will not get another chance to overcome it if we don't do it in this lifetime. Again, I'm yapping again. And if you got to this point of the video, I just want to say that thank you. And I hope you weren't bored. I hope I didn't bore you. And yeah, stay awesome.